Nigeria's National Assembly members are coming under public criticism for allegedly trying to manipulate proposed amendments to the Electoral Reform Bill, which is scheduled to be put up for deliberation this week. The major object of public reservation is the obvious expulsion or expunging of the electronic voting element from the final document, which will be debated. Joining us now from Arise Abuja studios for further analysis around this is GODBLESS OTUBURE. He's of the non-governmental organization Ready to Lead Africa. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, let's talk about some of the controversial elements grabbing all the headlines this morning already in Nigeria. A ban on electronic transmission of results, an increase on campaign spending limits. Who should be worried about this element in the electoral bill? The electoral body, INEC, the political class, or the electorates themselves?
Everybody should be worried. INEC definitely is worried, but the people that are affected are Nigerians, and it's Nigerians who work in INEC, are Nigerians who are in the political class, and it's Nigerians who make up the populace. So every well-meaning, every well-intentioned, everyone who believes that democracy thrives on credible elections should be worried. We are in 2021. And this is the 21st century. We're in a time where we now drive cars that are emitting zero CO2. We're now at a time in our history where technology can print the heart of a human being. We're also in a time where technology can print homes. We're at a time where the things that used to be impossible before are now possible. What it simply means is that the ingenuity of the human mind is what drives every aspect of society. And that way, democracy thrives when we can bring innovation and technology to it. To still say that a country that is the giant of Africa, one of the most richest countries on the earth by natural resources, and with some of the most amazing human talents the world has ever seen, that we cannot transmit the results of our elections electronically, then I think we're telling the world that we are not being honest. And then when you look at the fact that the net spend for presidential candidates, governors, senators, House of Rep members, House of Assembly, and even councillors and local government chairmen were jacked up, what it simply tells you is our politics and our idea of democracy is no longer about the people, but it's now a business where you borrow money, run for election, and steal the commonwealth of the people so that you can repay your loans and pay those who have backed you during your campaigns. But that's not what democracy is. The government of, by, and for the people is not government of the rich and for those who can pay for it. And it's not also government of manually carrying results as if we're still in the Stone Age. It is disgraceful, and we believe that this is not what Nigerians are asking for. And everybody, including people living in the diaspora, they are terribly worried and want to see a reversal.
Okay, God bless. One person summarized the bill as being 5 steps forward and 15 steps back. Would you say that this is a fair assessment of the bill, which was meant to reform our electoral system, or rather now it looks like it's regressing it? And then what does it say about the nature of our legislature? Does it really emphasize the fact that they're out of touch with the polity, who are very restless now, and a lot of people are disgruntled, and rightly so?
Are they out of touch? Apparently, that is what it looks like. Because, you know, one of the things that we said was that it looks like we're taking 1, 2, 3 steps forward, and then we just go 100 steps backward. Because, see, the goal of this whole process, and let me say this, a lot of us have given 2 years or more of our lives working on electoral reforms, because we know that the bedrock upon which every democracy is built is electoral reforms. It's credible elections. Because that is actually how we select those who should lead society. Are members of the House, the 9th National Assembly to be specific, are they out of touch? Absolutely. And this 9th National Assembly is led by the Honorable Dr. Ahmed Lawan, the distinguished Dr. Ahmed Lawan, and Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. Their history is on the line. Their legacy is on the line. And everyone member of the principal, everyone who is the principal member of the House, and everyone who sits in the green and red chamber, your legacy is on the line. You should be worried for what people will say about you. You are absolutely out of touch. You are absolutely out of touch. Now, but we are saying this because we've seen some denial and you say, oh no, this is not the bill that we're going to pass. This is just good. We're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But for that particular version to be out there, it means that that is a possibility. And let us be very specific. We're not just speaking because we want to talk. A lot of us were part of the process. From the first reading, we followed it, the second reading, the third reading, when it went into the committee stage, the public hearing, the harmonization phase. We were with INEC a few days ago. And I can tell you that they too are troubled. But because they are a state institution, they cannot, literally take the position that some of us are able to take. Let me even say something. Section 50, subsection 2 of the act that is being considered to be passed is what they said INEC can conduct elections and use electronic voting, but cannot transmit those results electronically. Just think about the irony. Think about it. Oh, INEC can do electronic voting, but they can't transmit same results. So when I vote at the Transcorp Hilton, or maybe there's a polling unit somewhere around Waitama or in Wuse, before the vote there says, oh, TTT scored 300, YYY scored 800, BBB scored 300. But the manual transmission of results, where they move it from one collation center to the other, changes before it gets to the final place in, at INEC headquarters.
Okay, Mr. God bless. I have about 30 seconds to go. Mr. God bless, you can hear me. Would there be any justification for the National Assembly to jack up the spending campaign limits for politicians in Nigeria?
No, there is no justification. And please let me say this. The president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, promised us when he signed the Not Too Young to Run bill that he's going to bequeath credible elections that are people-oriented to this country. And when he met with INEC again, he promised so. And he has said it many times that I would do it. Mr. President, what these people are proposing is not in tandem with what you promised us. And for the first time, you and I and the young people of this country are on the same page. On
Thank
this
so
particular
much,
electoral amendment bill.
Unfortunately, we have to end
the House is not working with you on this one.
We do appreciate your insights.
Thank
Many
you.
thanks for being on Newsday. Thank you.